color.
Hiya! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my wonderful people filled with greatness. Your gal's back at it with some more Cafe Unshot. So last we left off was with Canus unaliving that fairy that I think was going to push me off that cliff, the waterfall cliff. So we'll see what his explanation is on chapter 2 of Canus. Oh, it just starts off with dots. You know it's going to be some messed up stuff starting off on dots. Several dots at that. More dots. On that day, at that moment, Canus relentlessly cut down the little fairy. It has been 2 days since I witnessed it. Contrary to the shock I experienced, Unshot was doing business as usual. This dude always hungry, but a soda and a burger wouldn't be bad. I've been craving a burger. A meat burger, not no veggie burger. That's from me. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, a cup of a cup of hamburger and a soda, black. Got it. A black soda is Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. That's a black soda. Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that? I was wrong. Business as usual was far from the truth. Ever since then, I've been having a hard time concentrating. More dots from me. I can't. The more I try not to think about it, the more it comes back to me. That gentle Canus without a hint of hesitation. That's from me. And as I was running my pen across the notepad absent-mindedly, oh, too. He's just that gentle guiding presence. Two's suggestion put my mind at ease by reaffirming that what I saw wasn't just my imagination. You're right, but I'm very confused, to be honest. I know you're curious too. I know you're curious too. But for now, can you keep quiet about it? Two nodded lightly and returned back to his seat. Several more dots. Though I told Two that if Canus comes in, I wouldn't know how to behave around him. It's been 2 whole days and he hasn't been seen? What the heck? Oh, here he is. Oh my gosh. You speak up the pale hand of death. Dots for me. Oh, it's Canus. Oh.
今日は随分と集まりがいいな。インド以外はいつもこんなもんだろ。むしろお前のが遅かったんじゃねえか。少し野暮用がな。
Yeah, running errands, killing fairies. Oh, yep, Dots for me. He's normal. He looks and acts as he usually does. As I was searching for something to say to him.
Canus がどうかしたの?
Nothing. I overreacted to Karya's casual questioning. For a while after that, I tried to keep an eye on Canus, but nothing really stood out. He was carrying on as usual. Hard day's work, some more dots for me. Then, perhaps because I am too obsessed with every little detail of his behavior, Canus recognized it. Canus talks to me as everybody leaves their seats. Well, let me go ahead and save right here, save right here, save right here. So, oh my goodness, nothing like me. I would just say nothing, but I also want to like know too. It's a game, so I'm gonna ask indirectly. That's indirectly. That's directly. What the heck? Did you kill a fairy in Medio? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. I thought she was actually asking that. No way. I've never been much of a straight shooter. I've never had the courage to be. But if I keep this anxiety to myself forever, I'll never be able to look him in the eye and be honest. You haven't done anything weird lately, have you? Before I realized I had asked an awfully vague question. That's exactly how I would ask. You know, like bad things. I mean, because he wouldn't consider that a bad thing. That's just his job. Just like an executioner putting a prisoner to death. They wouldn't consider it a bad thing, but, you know, to each their own. That's good. In the face of my awkward questioning, Canus, as usual, replies in a straightforward manner. But as anyone would expect, it seems that he is flustered by my sudden questioning. I'll smile for you, Canus. Smile? He wants to be my man. Like, only a man that wants to be your man wants you to say that. I want you to welcome me in. Aww. Canus's gentle voice and words offer me solace, but more dots for me. The softness, when he said "as they are," it sounds like he's trying to put up a wall around of his true feelings. Despite the pessimistic speculations, a few days have passed. Oh, don't say that. You know I'm worried about your condition. Besides, I wanted to talk to Rendo too. We're visiting GPM for Karya's examination. We make our way down the hallway. That's right. The reason why I came with Karya here is to talk with Rendo about Canus. With GPM's wealth of data on non-humans, maybe I can find something out about the way Canus did what he did. I've already let Rendo know I'm visiting, so all I have to do is meet up with him. Alright, I'll see you later. As I watch Karya quickly walk away, I start heading in my direction. First, I have to get to the rendezvous point Rendo and I agreed on earlier. But he did say that GPM doesn't have a lot of information about Medio. But I'm going to ask anyway. If I can get any information, however small, I would consider it a win. In fact, after that day, I visited Medio a few times with two, in hopes of having a tea party with Titania. I was hoping the fairies would tell me what was going on with Canus, but over here trying to dig up dirt. Never any good. The fairies, who are usually very friendly, immediately ran away the second they hear Canus' name. But on the other hand, I was too afraid to ask Titania, who knows anything about Canus. He knows anything? Oops, everything. Oh yeah, who knows anything? I knew I'm like, what the heck? Anything. It seems like it would be who knows everything about Canus. Sometimes you gotta spell check the game, but it happens. I love it still. While those thoughts ran through my head, I reached the rendezvous. Rendo was already in the room waiting for me. He waves to me. You can tell? I graciously accept the tea that he brought over from the drink bar. I observe my surroundings subconsciously. Perhaps Rendo was overly cautious. There aren't any other employees in the room. Well, I'd like to learn some details about Medio. There's something I really need to know. Like Medio's culture, the fairies' ecology, their predicament. I'd appreciate any kind of information you can give me. Well, though he has his doubts, he didn't try to press me any further. Then, after contemplating for a while, well, that's no good. I can't say anything to Canus. Right, dots for me. You're right. I knew this would happen. However, keeping quiet now won't solve anything. Despite initial hesitation, I decided to tell him exactly what I saw.
カヌスが妖精を殺した
He just looking shocked. I'm like, you do know his job, right, Rendo? Is the pale hand of death? But I guess. Yes, at least that's how I saw it. Rendo then fell into deep thought. And then,
僕はそんなに驚かないかな
why would you not be surprised? What in the heck? Let me see something. Just a quick second. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. What? But I mean, he killed a fairy.
ああいや冷たく聞こえたらごめんそんなつもりはないんだけどね僕だってカヌスが妖精を殺すなんて想像がつかないしそんなことをするやつかなとは思う
Yeah, well, he did. So he definitely has it in him.
けど妖精界メディオは異世界なんだ人間界とは何もかもが違う世界
Maybe it's because I've been visiting so often, but I guess I've forgotten about it. Then he says,
他者を殺しちゃいけないのはあくまでも人間界のルール
True.
世界が変われば正しいことだって変わる現にベスティアでは殺戮こそ正義なんて物騒なルールが根付いてるわけだし
Where her surprised look. I mean, it's the same in the human world too, if you really want to get down to it.
そうなるとやっぱりたとえ君が見たことが事実だとしても何かしらの事情があるんじゃないのかな
Yes, what I witnessed is real. Like, you think I'm over here just dilly-dallying?
そしてその理由を知るにはやっぱりカヌス本人に尋ねることが一番確実だと思うけどね
More dots from me. I think Rendo is absolutely right. There must be a reason. I agree, but Canus is always so kind. That's why I just couldn't believe that he murdered that fairy without an ounce of hesitation. It's just my own emotional response. I'm fully aware of that. The Canus that brutally cut down the fairy. The Canus that always looks out for others in their time of need will provide a helping hand. I just can't put those two together.
それなら初心に立ち返ってみたらどうかな
I'm sure he has to have some type of split personality in order to deal with his Medio job and then being in the cafe Canus. That's what I'm surmising. Huh?
信じられないなら信じられるよ彼がわからないなら理解すればいい
That's nothing wrong. You should always try to really understand someone instead of just being like I am, just guessing on stuff. That's how you make an ass out of you and me.
アンシャンテに来たばかりの頃ミシェルがよく言ってたんでしょ俺も相互理解ってやつさ
Just as soon as Rendo's words soothed my conflicted mind. Oh, this guy. I keep forgetting his name. What is it? Not Akira. It starts with the A. Jeez Louise. It's probably something completely different. What's your name? Right. He said, oh. A voice comes from the back of the hall. Rendo smiles bitterly as a figure comes rushing in. Oh, Mikado. I was completely wrong. Oh, hello, Mikado. I was right. I got the first name right. I just go by first name. Like I said, I know certain cultures have the first name first or whatnot. So yes, I was right. Akira, because, you know, we all know Kira from Akira. What?
僕はまたこの天才の名が歴史に残ってしまうほどの大発見をしてしまったのさ。
Mikado's lab coat sways as he spews his science jargon. And y'all know how I am with science. It's just, yeah, I'm like this guy. ... Oh, hello to you too, Mr. Assistant.
いや、ジョシ君。一応確認なんだけどさ、帝にも僕はこの時間来客中って伝えたよね。
肯定する。が、こうした事態は予測がついたはず。よって、措置の過失と判断する。
In response to Mr. Assistant, Rendo rolls his eyes. Wait, hold on. Mikado, aren't you supposed to be examining Karia?
アベカリアに関しての対応は予定よりも早く終了した。またそれと並行し別の検証を実施。その解析結果が予想外だったと、こうしてこれは騒いでいる。
Okay. So the outcome was so impressive that he wants to immediately report to Rendo. Is that really what's going on?
というわけで、妖精界メディオについてある程度は知っているね。
Oh, yes, we were just discussing that. I don't know if there's some sort of ulterior motive behind his question, but I play it safe by nodding along.
ならば話が早い。実はリンドウがメディオから持ち帰った花弁などの各種解析がようやく完了してね。なんとその遺伝子配列が紀元前に絶滅したとされている人間界の植物と極めて似通っていたのだよ。
Plant life?
植物と
Rendo and I look at each other.
そう、これを受けて僕は仮説を組んだ。メディオには何千年何万年か前に人間が何かしらの植物を持ち込み、それが巨大に成長した結果世界樹になったのではと。
Which means I don't get it.
ああ、いや待て。しかしそうなると色々と問題があるぞ。世界樹ほど質量がある超巨大植物の存在、一体どうやってその成長や維持に必要なエネルギー、つまり養分を保っているんだ。
Mr. Mikado starts pacing around in circles as he gets lost in thought. What he just said.
ああ、ほっといていいよ。帝はいつもこんな調子で自分の世界に入り込むからさ。
You don't gotta tell me any more times than that. I will gladly ignore him.
その意見を肯定しよう。適度な時間が経過次第、私がこれを開発家へと回収しておく。
Right, but he was talking about Medio. I wanted to hear more of what he thought.
ひとまずカリア君の検査が終わったなら彼を拾ってアンシャンテに行こ 僕も休憩時間だし、車で送ってくよ。
I enter the back of Mr. Rendo's fancy car and sit next to Karia. So, how did your exam go?
体調的にも精神的にも大
With his little smirk.
一番の懸念だった妖精の力もちゃんと抑えられてるみたい。
お、それは朗報だ。お祝いに何か美味しいものでも食べようか。
Karia thinks on Mr. Rendo's proposal for a bit.
お祝いはまだちょっと保留がいいかも。
How come? Karia continues after thinking deeply to himself.
今までずっとごまかしてきたけど、自分の体とか正体のことちゃんと両親にも話そうかと思って。
Oh, that's... Question marks from Rendo. Karia's always struggled with this. As we think about this, Mr. Rendo and I are speechless. But
安定してきた今だから言いたいんだ。父さんにも母さんにもずっと体調やこの力のことで散々心配をかけてきたから。それと俺もなんだかんだアンシャンテで結構人外のこと勉強したからさ。林道さんにも言われたことだけど、そろそろ将来のことも考えなきゃならないと思ったんだ。人間として生きるか、妖精として生きるか。
That is the question. Karia continues.
家族に打ち明けたら、ひょっとしたら自分のルーツもわかるかもしれないでしょ。
I'm just thinking of the word came out to my parents. But I guess you're a fairy, not the other word. I won't say the alphabets.
俺が妖精の先祖返りなのは先祖の誰かに妖精がいたから。だからそれも少し調べてみたいんだ。俺自身を正しく理解するためにも。
His words are filled with strong conviction. Both Mr. Rendo and I are unable to stop him right now. Karia is trying to think about his own future for himself. You're so mature, Karia, considering you're only in middle school. I don't think I ever took things that seriously when I was in middle school. Same. And without much thought, I went on to college, got a job, and ended up where I am now. Same. As soon as I finish...
それは違うよ。
Oh, Rendo, I need to hear that, because sometimes you just be going through the motions of life, just doing what other people expect of you, and not thinking about yourself. You gotta think about yourself, y'all. What? As he stares at the road and drives, Mr. Rendo continues.
君はアンシャンテにただ流れ着いたんじゃない。自力で泳ぎ着いたんでしょ。
That is true. We did choose cafe. Well, I chose to keep it closed at first. But then I was like, oh, let's just go ahead with it.
ソーアンさんの後を継がずにごく普通の OL として人生を終える選択だってあったんだから。
Simple, a desk job ain't simple nowadays. The toxicity in the workplace. Oh my goodness.
俺もそう思う。
Oh, both men are just encouraging me. Eee.
あんたがあの店を継いでくれたから、俺だってこうして生きてるわけだし。
Thank you, Karia.
だからもっと自分に自信を持ってよ。
Yes. Karia, Rendo, confidence in myself. That's from me. Yes, they're right. Since when did I start investigating behind Canus's back? Being the owner of Enchant is my identity and my place in the world. And as the owner, if I believe that we can be open with one another and develop trust, then I think it's only right that I just ask him what happened. Be there for him if something is wrong. My job is to provide a place where Canus can find peace and comfort. That's from me. I received words of encouragement from Mr. Rindo and courage from Karya, who inspires me by his attempt to better himself and his quality of life. Yeah, I decide to ask Canus directly about the incident. This game be just giving you the mojo jojo. Before I am able to chicken out, I immediately go to Canus the next day and ask him if we can take a tour around Medio together. That morning, while watching Medio turn from spring to summer, we walk around as we casually converse. This world will always be so strange to me. The seasons change in a matter of hours.
確かにな、人間界に慣れてしまった今では我ですらメディオの時の流れに不思議さを覚えてしまう。その昔我が人間界に出たばかりの頃は人間界こそが不思議に思えたのだ。
I figured as much.
季節の移り変わりがないせいか時間の感覚が狂ってしまった。妖精界での用事をすっぽかしてティターニアに迷惑をかけたこともある。
No kidding. Oh, come to think of it, when I first came to Medio, it worried everyone.
あなたの姿が見えないと分かった時はみんなで慌てふためいたな。
So here's the moment of truth. I'm thinking it's the fairy that was about to push me off, but it was two of them though. So I don't know. We'll see. Sounds like he was really worried about me. Canus places his hand on his chest as he recalls that day. Yeah, back then. The fairy's prank. It was a real close call. I smile as I stare at the waterfall mist. I don't see how you can smile about your near-death experience, but okay, I'm smiling.
落ちる瞬間を見た時は心臓が凍りつくような思いだった。
Thank you so much for saving me. I would have been toast if you weren't there. On top of that, I've actually become really good friends with those fairies that are hopefully still alive. I've recently been able to differentiate all the I've recently been able to differentiate all of the fairies here too.
そうなのか。無自覚とはいえ殺されかけた相手に。
Canus stops himself and shakes his head.
すでに覚悟しているのなら我が野暮なことを言うべきでもないか。当の妖精たちもティターニアに叱責されたのだ。今後危険な真似はしないだろう。
Okay, so they're still alive, apparently.
あれらの中には長い時を生き遊びに飽きた者もいるから、ぜひ仲良くしてやってほしい。
Yes. For a while after that, Canus and I watched the tiny rainbow created by the waterfall. I began to recall my memories of this world and how I ended up getting to be here. We had so much fun in Medio. Not only the fairies, but we even became friends with Titania. I feel like we've gotten closer with Vindog these days too.
我もそう思う。あの二人も随分と変わった。ベンニーアもそうだが、特にティターニアは より明るい顔をするようになった。
Is that so? I always thought of Titania as a lively and kind person.
確かにもともと穏やかな性格だが、責任の重さに苦しみ、塞ぎ込んでいた時期もあった。その当時を知る者からすれば、今のティターニは別人のようだ。
That's surprising. I can't imagine Titania being repressed.
そうだな。彼女は我にアンシャンテに通うようになってからまるでと言っているが、我から言わせればお互いそうだ。あなたと関わるようになって彼女は見た目相応の少女らしい笑顔を見せるようになった。
I see. I'm glad to hear that I'm at least of some value for Titania. As he stares deeply into my eyes, Canus honestly and truthfully speaks from the heart.
改めて感慨深いな。
Sentimental?
我が故郷を歩いていることが。ソーアン殿はかたくなに異世界へと足を踏み入れようとはしなかった。だからこそなおさらそう思う。
I see. Come to think of it, I feel like Canus seems to mention Grandpa a lot more often compared to the others. Grandpa, my predecessor, who had garnered trust from everyone as the owner of Enchant, that's from me. Hey, Canus, am I fulfilling my role as the owner of Enchant? Am I the owner that Grandpa can be proud of? My inner thoughts turned into a conversation before I knew it. Before I know it. Perhaps he didn't see my question coming. Canus looks a little flustered for a moment, but
当然だ。店を始めたばかりの頃はともかく、今やあなたはソーアン殿にも劣らぬマスターだ。立派に後を継いでくれて、ソーアン殿も喜んでいると思う。
oh, thank you, Canus. I understand. I sure hope so. After that, Canus and I talk about a lot of things.
しかし、急にどうしたのだ。我と二人でここに来たいなど。
Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. We about to let him know what's up, that we saw you kill that fairy, bro. We saw it. That's from me. I swallow hard to try and moisten my nervously dry throat. Canus, do you recognize this place?
先ほども話に出ただろう。以前、妖精たちがいたずらを。
Oh, he bringing up old stuff. Just like a guy, they don't be remembering immediately what they did, but they just go back to some irrelevant stuff. No, it's not about that. Something more recent. I finally decide to confront him. What happened to the fairy that you disposed of here? Oh, that's from Canus. I left the faceless man facelessly speechless. The moment I ask him, Canus's demeanor changes and he is suddenly nervous.
切られたと。
I mean, unalive. I mean, every word that you can think of that means that you apparently don't have no soul, whatever that means. It seems like Canus is trying to play dumb, but I think it's pretty obvious. On the way home from Titania's tea party, Tu and I happened to come by here. We saw you and tried to get your attention. Then the Mega Slash. We saw you kill a fairy at this very spot. Yeah, give me them dots. I just couldn't wrap my head around you killing a fairy that was crying in fear. I don't know why this happened, so if there's a reason, I'd like to know. The reason why someone as gentle as you had to go and do such a thing. And the purpose of it. As I keep talking, Canus, who isn't very talkative, seems unable to change the subject. Canus, you promised me, didn't you, that since I can't see your face, you'll vocalize your pains and feelings as much as possible. So I want you to tell me. Come on, Canus, stop giving me them dots. Some more dots. Then... Oh, let's hear it. Canus responded quietly yet with a tone of importance. Protect the fairy world? So his role is just as sad as Titania's. Why must such a daunting presence exist in the fairy world? Oh. To put it frankly, the nature of this world requires it. Fairies lack a clear concept of death. They are each blessed with eternal life. Some even live for thousands of years. However, during this eternal life, the fairy population will grow and Medio will become overpopulated. Oh, population control, oh my goodness. Causing distress to this very world. That is why, just as fairies are given life, it is equally necessary to bring death. That is my duty. From the moment I was born, I have been destined to bring death to my fellow fairies. That is the fairy of death. Canus Espada. The fairy of death. Canus was born to kill fairies. So what I saw was you trying to control the overpopulation? Threat? In this peaceful world of fairies? What do you mean by threat? So now it ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, fine then. I'll just take my Renoni self on out of here. I know. That's from me. That's what I would be in real life too. I'd just be really so sad. It's his usual voice, but I sense doubt in his tone. Hey, don't put this on me. And so More dots from me. Those were the same words Mr. Rindo said to me. Different worlds hold different values.
つまりあなたが見たそれは我にとって日常に過ぎぬ。
But the reason why I can't just let it go isn't because of the act of killing. But you say it's daily life. But why is it that are you in such pain? As if he was choking on something. His painful tone of voice inevitably worries me. That's from Canus.
苦しそうも何も我の顔は見えていないだろう。
Oh, I can tell. I can tell behind that armor, you big lug of a man. No, I can't, but I can still tell. Because I've spent so much time with you at Enchant. So I know when you're suffering, that you're in pain, that you're in agony. That's from Canus.
我は言ったはずだ。自らの気持ちを正直に声に出すよう今後は努めると。その我自身がこう言っているのだ。我はいちいち義務になど心を痛めたりはしないと。
I know you hurt. But
ならば我を見ろ。
oh, I'm looking. That's from me. As I try to plead with him, Canus takes off his helmet and cuts me off.
見えるか見えまい。我が今どんな顔で言葉を紡いでいるかあなたに見ることができるのか。
Well,
それが我とあなたを隔てる壁。人間と人外の壁だ。苦しんでいる。辛く思っている。何をバカな。そんなものはあなたの思い違いだ。それに我は人間たるあなたにそんなことを理解してくれと頼んでいる。
that's from me.
忘れるな。我は人外だ。あなたの理解が及ばぬ世界に生きる者。
Canus continues to bombard me with reality checks, and I am speechless. He checking me,
人
y'all.
間界の常識で語るな。人間界の尺度で考えるな。我とあなたは所詮アンシャンテという一点でつながっているだけです。 だからこれ以上は我に踏み込むな。少なくともソウアン殿はそうだった。
Well, I'm not my grandpa. I'm me. That's for me. I would have had to let him know that though.
アンシャンテはあの場所は来客を温かく迎え入れ、しかし各々の事情へは踏み込まぬ。
I beg to differ. Coffee talk would beg to differ about that. I haven't got too far, but tavern talk would beg to differ about that too. We get involved. We care.
それが我の望むアンシャンテだ。だからこそ我はあの店に通っていた。
I don't agree with you, but okay. I will respect it.
ゆえにそれを変えるような真似はしないでくれ。
A clear-cut rejection, and a painful reality. What Canus wants out of the enchant I took ownership of and now run to protect Suwon Awaki's enchant the way it is. How ironic. I wanted him to speak his mind more often, but the moment he starts doing that, I end up getting my feelings hurt. That's from me. I thought that if I spoke up and asked that I would get closer to Canus. I thought we could understand each other. But if we spoke our minds honestly, regardless of being human or non-human, that's from me. Canus's words are painful to hear. I feel a hot tear fall upon my cheek. At the sight of me crying, that's from Canus. I want to cry though, but I can understand. Oh damn. Canus, emotionless, turns his back to me and walks away. Well, I guess we're done here. More dots. I guess more dots. Several more dots. Oh. I cannot find the strength to wipe her tears. I turn my back against Renoni and keep walking. Then I eventually stop. The only sound I can make is my usual hollow breathing. I never wanted her to see me, and I never wanted her to know. She has been living a quiet, meaningful life. She is a gentle soul. I didn't want her to witness me doing what I must, my death-written duty. More dots from me as Canus. I look up at the sound of shuffling bushes. Vindog!
勝手ながら一部始終を見物させてもらいました。どうやら彼女には全てを見られていたようですね。
More dots from me as Canus. Dots from Vindog.
昇進のところ申し訳ありませんが、陛下が呼んでいます。ついてきてください。
The absolute worst time. Oh my goodness, let's go. Just like the first time he invited her to this world, Vindog walks away before I can answer. As I follow behind Vindog, the queen's throne eventually appears.
どうしたんじゃ、カヌス。今日は一日あの者と過ごす予定ではなかったのか？
いや、我はあなたが我を呼んでいると言われ、ここまでやってきたのだが。
ああ、それなら嘘です。
Oh, look at Vindog learning from Cafe and Sean. She's learning. She's picking up on me as Renoni. We help out around here. The Chancellor of the Fairy World speaks with no shame. Vindog then turns to face Titania.
陛下、アンシャンテのマスターがカヌスの妖精殺しを目撃しました。
ベンニーア、ティターニアに伝える必要は。
Vindog did not even flinch from objection. He firmly faces forward. We're just going with the he. I personally think Vindog is a she, but okay. I'll go along with what the game has decided. For now. Towards Titania. So wait. Vindog did not even flinch from objection. He firmly faces forward towards Titania. Her childlike features distort as she speaks.
見られてしまったか。
異分子を招き込んだままにその使命を果たし続けていたのです。この結果は遅かれ早かれ予想できたこと。ただまあそれに関しては事態を理解した上で忠告していなかった僕にも責がありますが。
More dots from Canus.
それであの者とは話したのか。
Titania looks concerned. She too has become close with Renoni. She must be curious of how Renoni reacted since she now knows of the fairy world's secrets. However,
人間界の常識で語るな。人間界の尺度で考えるな。我とあなたは所詮アンシャンテという一点でつながっているだけに過ぎぬ。だからこれ以上は我に踏み込むな。少なくともソーアン殿はそうだった。
that's from Canus. I tried to say something, but in the end I simply could not. Oh, that's from Titania. And as if she took notice of my suffering, Titania too did not speak any further. Vindog too. Oh my goodness, I'm just making everybody speechless up in this palace. Vindog watches as we stand in silence ever so calmly.
やはり嘆くだけなのですね。不服に思うのであれば帰ればいい。不満に思うのであれば拭えばいい。なぜ現状を受け入れるだけなのですか。
A cold rage. There is a subtle tone of hatred as he speaks.
本当はあなたたちも今のままでは何も解決しないと分かっているのでしょう。嘆いたところで世界は何も変わりはしない。嘆いたところで妖精を殺さなければいけない。
Well, dang. Just that's Vindog for you. Vindog keeping it real with your face, your faceless face.
嘆いたところで A さんに自由を訪れない。A のこの世界中に縛られたまま。
That's facts. Oh, you gonna make the queen speechless, Vindog?
やめろ、ベンリア。そのようなこと言われずとも理解している。
However,
これは我がなすべきことなのだ。我がやらなければこの妖精界そのものが。
その妖精界のためにどれだけの献身をするつもりで。あなたが同胞を殺すことでこの世界は、世界中は何かを返してくれましたか。むしろ今回のようにあなたを苦しめるばかりではないですか。
making me speechless now. That's for me.
もとより見返りなど求めていない。ただ我は
使命を果たしているだけですか。その言葉は聞き飽きました。ならばカヌス、あなたは今後も妖精を殺した直後、アンシャンテに何食わぬ顔で出向き、何の罪もない妖精たちを殺めたその手で変わらず彼女に触れていくのですか。
More dots for me.
ミーヤ、なんてことを。
僕は事実を言っただけです。
I mean, I was saying that too. I mean, Vendog just keeping it real, man. I'm telling you.
ですがその手から罪は拭えずともこれ以上手を汚さない方法ならある。
Wait, how is Canus guilty when he just doing his job? Now he's washing guilt from his hands? What the heck?
何？
Right, what?
カヌス姉さん、100年ほど前にあなたたちに持ちかけた話を覚えていますか？
100 years ago? It does not immediately ring a bell, but Titania, on the other hand, instantly grasps what Vendog is hinting at and turns pale.
なぜ今さらその話を蒸し返す？ならぬ。絶対にならぬぞ。
どうしてです？
どうしてだと？そなたはかつての悲劇を忘れたとでも言うのか？そなたと同じことを考えた。カヌスの先代がそれを実行した結果。
Oh, hopefully the predecessor didn't disappear or anything.
何が起こったのか、そなたもその目で見たであろう。
That's for me. Memories suddenly flood my mind. Memories full of terrified screams. Memories of constant killing. More dots for me. I suppressed these painful memories as if to crush them in my palms.
我もそれだけは反対だ。先代の死を告げる要請、彼女がなそうとした行為だけは決して。
Oh, so the previous one was a female. Okay. Okay. That's from Vendog. That's from Titania.
確かにカネス一人だけでは可能性は低いのかもしれません。ですが今ならできるはずだ。あなたがこの妖精界にその鍵を招き入れたのだから。
何？
Oh, our friends.
各世界最強と謳われる実力者たち。
Oh, making connections.
彼らの力を借りれば、あるいは
More dots for me.
まさかベンニア。お前がアンシャンテに出入りするようになった本当の目的は？
Was to scope out the scene.
ええ、アンシャンテの常連たち、その戦力を見定めるためです。ですが、僕がそんなことをせずとも、彼らの実力は他でもないあなたが一番理解しているのだろう。
確かに彼らのことは我も信頼している。その各々が実力者だとも承知している。だが
Still, I worry. I look up and trace the stems that bind Titania to the tree.
この世界中の脅威は彼らの予想や実力すらも上回るものかもしれんのだ。
So is the world tree? It seems like they're saying that it may be like a parasite to the world. If they unbound Titania from the tree, then I mean, it just looks like it's hinting at the whole world of Medio may unfortunately perish. I hope not, but that's what it's alluding to.
わずかでも失敗の可能性がある以上、そして確実に甚大な被害が出る以上、お前の提案に断じてうなずくわけにはいかぬ。
I exclaim. as if to stop him, but Vindog over here chuckling. You just kikiing.
失敗の可能性、被害が出る。
Vindog laughs at my objection.
それが何だって言うんだ。
Oh. He explodes in utter rage.
あなたたちは被害者だ。この忌々しい世界に世界中に運命を縛られた被害者なのに。
Oh, Vindog. Vindog, Karen!
世界中にいいように利用されてただ搾取されるだけの存在。なぜそんな理不尽を許容する。なぜ悲劇から脱しようとしない。
Right.
なぜ現状維持に逃げようとする。
That's for me. I don't know how I could be speechless about that. I'm riled up. It was a rabble rabble.
世界を変えるためのこれが最初で最後の希望かもしれないんだぞ。あなたたちの宿命を考えれば多少の犠牲など捨ておけばいい。ああ、そうそう。姉さんを犠牲に成り立つ世界の住民などいくら消えたところで構いはしない。
Hatred toward the world. Hatred toward the world tree. Hatred toward what gives his sister life. The emotions deep down inside of him convince him that the best path to take is the path that my predecessor once took. All in the name of escaping a cruel reality, no matter how many lives are at stake. Despite this sincere candidness,
できぬ。今以上に殺すことは我にはできぬ。
I cannot allow myself to choose the path of numerous deaths. That's from Vindog.
ニーヤ、もう良い。そなたの思いはよくわかった。けれどどうかもうこれ以上はやめておくれ。当然そなたはわしにとって一等特別じゃが、この世界に生きるすべての妖精たちもまた同じように大切な存在なのじゃ。それを礎にしてまでわしは自由を得とうない。それに何よりそなたとカヌスが言い合う姿などわしは見たくないのじゃ。
Vindog's sister and the queen. After seeing the world tree bride's tears.
あなたに少しでも期待した僕が愚かでした。
But you can always count on me. Even if Canus is hesitant, we'll get there.
何が騎士だ。普段守る同行と言っているくせに今はもうその姿すら。
Vindog expresses contempt as he looks at his feet. I am unable to respond. Dots from me.
すまない。
And then off Canus walks once again. All I could do is muster an apology as I walk away. He at least said, I'm sorry. Oh. More dots from me as Canus. More dots. And perhaps Renoni, who I had rejected, she is probably overwhelmed by the same feeling of disappointment at this point. More dots. More dots.
世界樹からの解放。夢見たことがないかと問われれば、それは嘘になるのもまた事実。
姉さん、
じゃがどうしてもわしは恐ろしいのじゃ。そなたの案を実行した結果、どれほどの妖精たちが犠牲になるのかが。
See, the world tree don't like that.
なんじゃこの揺れは。
わからないけど、これはただごとじゃ。
大変よ、女王様、ベニーア。世界樹の幹の近く、ここよりもっと下の根の部分に。
Yep, I just said it. The tree don't like that. It's letting y'all know right now.
とっても大きな、見たこともない穴が開いてるの。穴、まさか。
ホールが発生したのか。だがこれほどの揺れを起こすホールなどメディオでは今まで。
Oh dang, I think it's that same wormhole that was at was it Amasaki Island in the human world? So I wonder if it's just gonna show up in each one's world.
姉さん、
女王様、これは世界樹。
姉さん、姉さん。
揺れが止まったわ。
Thank goodness. That's from Vindog.
ねえ、女王様は大丈夫？いきなり眠っちゃったけど。
Oh jeez, oh my goodness.
心配いりません。他の妖精たちの様子を見てきてください。もし混乱しているようなら、もう大丈夫だと伝えて。
わかった。女王様のことはお願いね。
さあ。
That's from Vindog.
改めて恨むぞ、世界中。
Mm.
お前はやっぱり僕にとっては敵だ。お前が姉さんを殺すというのなら、僕はどんな手を使ってでも。
Looks like we're going back to the human world now. 5 days have passed since that day. Embarrassingly enough, I've been absent-minded ever since. That's from me.
我とあなたは所詮アンシャンテという一点でつながっているだけに過ぎぬ。だからこれ以上は我に踏み込むな。少なくともソーアン殿はそうだった。
Canus's words cut deeper than anything I've ever heard, and Canus himself hasn't visited the cafe since. That's from me. Even if he did visit, what sort of face should I make as I welcome him? The separator between humans and non-humans, owner and customer, personal matters not meant for others, Renoni's, my Anshant, Suwon Nawaki's, Grandpa's Anshant. Some more dots from me. I haven't been able to get thoughts like these out of my head. Then one day,
それでもうほんとあっちこっちが大騒ぎで、俺も生きた心地がしなかったんすよ。
相変わらずアホなことやってんな、お前は。
アホってなんすか。こっちとら雑魚は雑魚なりに一生懸命なんすよ。はい、これ注文のアイスコーヒー。イグニスは炭酸のおかわりで。
thank you, Karia. He's over here being a part-timer.
お、どうもっす。
Oh, more dots for me, and a look of a sign of resignation on my face.
しかしドローミスは毎度ベスティアでの闘争に巻き込まれる割によく生き残っているようですし、戦闘力が低いという点との矛盾が不思議ですね。もしや再生能力などを有しているのですか？あ、なるほど。じゃあちょっと潰してみようか。
Well, dang. That's so Messier.
何よ、楽しそうみたいな顔してんすか？ほんとこういう時だけは魔王っすね。
ミシェル、いる。この辺下げるよ。
はいはい、ありがとう。
Oh, just more dots for me. I'm not saying a darn thing.
ねえ、ひどいっすよね、店主さん。俺めっちゃ頑張ってると思いません？
Oh, Jomi trying to drag me in. I'm trying to be in my thoughts. Leave me alone. Right. That's for me. Oh, yeah. Dots from Jomi now. He's like, that's it? That's all you got for your boy? Yep.
兄貴、店主さんどうしちゃったんすか？なんか注文取る時からっていうか、なんなら店に来た時からよそよそしいっつうか。
Dots from Ignis.
なあおい。
With his chin resting in his palms, Ignis's fussy voice reaches me. What is it? Without looking in his direction, I respond with a tight voice.
確実に俺たち全員避けてるよな。なんつうか、極力会話を避けてるっつうか。
More dots for me.
まあそっちの事情もあんだろうしよ。とりあえずはほっといたが、そんな状況今日で5日目だぜ。だからもうめんどくせえし直で聞く。お前カーヌスとなんかあったろ？
Oh, Ignis, no. He know. More dots for me. What? Why? I thought I was doing a decent job of hiding it, but I guess my poker face isn't the best.
どうしても何もねえ、君の態度がおかしくなった日からカヌスは一回も来店してないし、さらに言えば態度が急変したのはカヌスと二人であなたがメディオに向かった日からです。
どれだけ鈍感でも原因はそこだって気がつくと思うよ。
我とあなたは所詮アンシャンテという一点でつながっているだけに過ぎる。だからこれ以上は我に踏み込むな。少なくともソーワン殿はそうだった。
More dots from me. Don't interfere with people's matters. Canus's words had cut incredibly deep, and I've been avoiding people because of it. But if it was so painful for Canus to talk about it, the mere thought of it prevents me from talking about it with everyone.
やっぱそうじゃねえか。その面が何よりの証拠だよ。
Dots from Messier.
よければだけどさ、俺たちにも話してみない？
Or at least he asks if I want to talk about it instead of just bulldozing me into bringing up everything.
一人で抱えてるだけじゃ解決しないかもしれないけど、せっかくここには心強いメンツがいるんだし、それに君の問題はアンシャンテの問題、アンシャンテの問題は俺たちの問題ってね。力になれることがあるかもしれないでしょ。
Heck yeah, teamwork make that dream work. Dream work make that teamwork. In response to those kind words, more dots for me. Well, I had no other choice but to explain everything that had happened. Like witnessing Canus murder a fairy and hearing the things that Canus told me after I share everything I had to share.
なるほど。聞いた限りだとちょっと厄介な感じだね。
世界を守るために妖精を殺す。ね。つうか、箱入りもそれ見てたんだろ。実際のとこどうだったんだよ。
その行為自体にそれほど特殊性があったとは思えませんが、カルスの言葉から予想するに、妖精界もただ平和な世界ではないということなのでしょうね。
I also talked to Rendo about it, but it sounded like even the GPM doesn't have enough information about Medio.
そうなると現状手がかりはなし。妖精女王であるティターニアなら当然何か知ってるだろうけど、事情が事情だ。聞いたところで話してくれるかはわからないよね。
Yeah, that's my saying. It is what it is. It be what it be. Then, just as the crew falls into silence, Karia takes the opportunity to speak up.
あのさ、その事情、俺少しはわかるかもしれない。
Really?
多分だけどね。どこから話せばいいかな。
Then Karia begins to slowly talk as if he were trying to piece together his memories little by little. Remember the other day I told you about this, Renoni, that I was going to talk to my parents about myself? So, the other day I finally got around to talking with my parents. Until then, I only told them that I have some mysterious powers, but the fact that I'd gone through ancestral relapse, I told them everything I knew. At first they were, as one would expect, very confused, but I shared with them the GPM documents and demonstrated my powers for them. Ultimately, they believed me, so I proceeded to ask them about my roots, in other words, about my ancestors. Then my parents went out of their way to contact my biological parents who abandoned me and researched my family tree. Come to find out, my grandmother's mother, my great-grandmother, was an oddball. My grandmother is already deceased, but her younger brother, my great uncle, is still alive, so I went to visit him to learn more about my great grandmother. Then, I've lived for roughly 300 years now. The reason why I live in the countryside is because the city doesn't suit me. If I stayed there, I would die. Apparently, my great grandmother always said such weird things as she laughed. He thought she was just joking, but because her stories were so intriguing, my great uncle still remembers them. The most memorable of them all was a story of a distant, mysterious world. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom made from a giant tree. Life on this big tree was comfortable and the residents lived there happily in peace. But one day something had happened. The giant tree, which provided benefits for the residents, that tree began to assault the residents. The momentous assault saw no end and too many people lost their lives. At that rate, the world itself would have fallen apart. Then the residents, in order to tame the tree's rage, decided to offer a bride to their god. The effect was dramatic. Thanks to the bride devoting herself to the tree, peace returned to that world. I figured it was something like that. It must be a demon tree. From those who don't know anything, Karia's story may sound like another fairy tale, but is That story about Medio?
十中八九そうだろうね。きっとカリアのひいおばあさんが人間界に迷い込んだ妖精だったんだ。であれば住人、つまり妖精を襲った大樹とは世界樹のことでしょうね。
だろうな。それよりか花嫁っつうのは何のことだ。
The Queen Fairy. Oh, that's right. These guys weren't around to hear it when I was on my way home from the tea party. That's probably referring to Titania. Another name for the Fairy Queen is the World Tree Bride.
ちょっと読めてきたね。カヌスが言う世界の危機っていうのは多分あの世界樹がやらかすこと。
I got you. So population control so the world tree doesn't do it. I got you.
そして妖精女王ティターニア、いえ世界樹の花嫁はそれを抑えるための
生贄ってわけか。
それでしたらあそこまで強引に世界樹につながれる理由にも納得がいきます。ただそれがカヌスの妖精殺しとどうつながるのかは未だわかりませんね。
Come on, 2, how you gonna get it? But 2's number 2.
なんか俺は別世界の事情だからあれっすけど、めっちゃ不穏な感じがするっすね。
Well, you better be, Dromi, because that wormhole showed up in Media, so I'm sure it's gonna show up in Bestia too. Bestia.
というかさ、それが事実だとしたらカヌスは何かの事情が危ないって分かってたからこそ巻き込まないためにあんたをあえて突き放したんじゃないの？
Maybe. If so, I'm even more curious now. I wonder how Canus felt and what he was emotionally going through when he told me these things.
さて、持ってる情報は全部まとめたことだし、ここから先は君次第だよ。
Huh? Up to me?
カヌスに指摘された通り、客のプライベートに首を突っ込むのは店のマスターとしての領分を超えてる。この先はそうあんなら絶対に踏み込まない場所だ。
More dots from me.
先代のようなマスターとして彼をただ迎えるだけに徹するのだって悪いことじゃない。
So do I want to be involved or do I want to just chillax? I don't know, like myself, it's Canus though. I mean, I would get involved for all of them. Oh.
むしろカヌスが望んでるのはそっちの姿なわけだし、その上で君はどうしたい？
In response to Monsieur's serious question, all right, I won't go any further. I need more time to think. Go ahead and save that thing on up. Right here. Oh, wait, let me do that right here just in case, because I still didn't go back over here. All right, so right now I'm gonna say I need more time to think, because I do need time to think. That's from me. Thank you, everyone. I'll put some more thought into it about how I want to confront Canus and to make a decision. Five days prior to Renoni arriving to this resolution, back in Medio, after shoving Renoni away and arguing with Titania and Vindog, this is funny because I know Canus would never say Vindog.
あなたに少しでも期待した僕が愚かでした。何が騎士だ。普段守る どうこうと言っているくせに、今はもうその姿すら見たくない。
After Vendog expressed his contempt and hostility toward me, I walked away. Without anywhere to go, I wound up in this place. Dots from me. This is where Renoni and I became more open with one another. A sorrowful breath spills from my invisible mouth. Dots from my invisible mouth. I realize now how strange the fairy world is after spending some time in the human world. From the far visible horizon to this very spot, everything in between is a part of the world tree. This tree is the cause of all suffering and the cause of the rift between Renoni and I. Distancing myself from her that day should have been the right choice. If she learns of my situation, I am sure she will be hurt and try to help. As a result, this painful reality will cause more harm. Worst case scenario, her life will be in danger. It is a very real possibility. That is right. I was right to make that decision. Regardless of the fact that I can never go back to Enchant ever again, I have returned to my original self. I should just get over it. But
なぜここまで胸が痛む。
oh, Canus.
突き放しておいて彼女に会いたいと思ってしまうんだ。
That longing feeling. I have no idea where these emotions are coming from. Despite being faceless, because he got no face, I thought I was able to read my own emotions. The only thing that comes to mind is
困っていないだろうか。買い出しの手が足りずに一人で重い荷物を持っていないだろうか。
Yep. She's still doing it. Well, I'm still doing it.
裏庭の手入れまで一人でこなそうとしていないだろうか。また休むのを忘れ働きすぎてはいないだろうか。我の言葉のせいで一人部屋で泣いてはいないだろうか。
Well, too late on that, buddy. That's already happened. Dots from me as Canus. Several more dots. The separator between humans and non-humans. I am the one trying to break the separator by constantly thinking about her.
この先どのような思いで己の使命を全うすれば。
Uh-oh, more rumbling. I instinctively brace myself against the sudden quake. But before I can survey my surroundings, the quake quickly calms.
今のは一体それに先ほどの何かが脈打つような音は。
As I sit in my confusion, the fairies seem to be panicking as well. The tiny fairies are speeding their way toward the nexus of the world tree toward Titania. And the moment they seemingly reach the trunk of the tree, a portion of it transforms into an odd shape. Oh my goodness, I wonder if they're going to eat the fairies. ... question mark, exclamation mark. It's, oh my gosh. It swallows the tiny fairy's body whole. Contrary to my surprise, the bizarre creature fuses itself back into the tree. Dots from me as Canus. At the sight of this, I feel as though all of the blood in my body has escaped.
ノルマは必要な妖精殺しはすでに果たしていたはずだ。
Nah, they just having you kill extra people while the world tree's still killing the fairies. That's great.
だというのになぜそれ以上の養分を求めるのだ世界中を。
No, I wanted to find out what's going on. What the heck? Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh, what is going on? I was invested, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. So thank you all so much for tuning in to chapter 2 of Canus' saga. Tune in next time to find out what's going on with this darn world tree. Oh my goodness. So next up will be some more Death Stranding, and I do have Kiosk coming soon. It would be dropping after Death Stranding, so stay tuned in for that, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as well with a little bell jingle to stay tuned in, my wonderful people filled with greatness. And as always, much love, much peace, and catch you on the flip side.